There's no difference between rounding numbers or decimal numbers. The method is the same. Before we start, it is important to know that a rounded number has about the same value as a number you start with, but it is less exact. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have 1234. When rounding this number to 1200, 1200 is less exact than 1234. Another thing you should know are the names of the digits places to understand the problem correctly. In other words, learn your vocabulary where the ones, the tens, the hundreds and so on are, so you can solve the problem properly. Let's look closer at our example 1234, where it became 1200. What did we do here? Which place did we round to here? The question for this problem could be either to round 1234 to the nearest hundreds place, or it could be round 1234 to 3 decimal places. So the first step we have to do is to locate the hundreds place, or count 3 places from the right to find our digit to round. There is a 2 in the hundreds place. Now, the next step is to locate the digit just to its right and check if the digit is 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, or if the digit is a 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. So, this is very important now. We have 2 cases. If the digit is 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, we keep the 2 and we replace the digits to the right with zeros. In other words, we replace the 3 and 4 with zeros. This is also known as rounding the number down. And if the digit is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, we add 1 to the 2, which then becomes a 3. And we also replace the digits to the right with zeros. In other words, we round the number up. That's all. This method works for every number or decimal number. Let's look at another example. 44,378. Round the nearest hundreds place again. The first step is to locate the hundreds place, which is the digit 3. Then look at the digit just to its right to see if we have to round up or round down. The neighbor to the right of the digit 3 is the digit 7, which is greater than 4, so we have to round up. So the 3 becomes a 4 and the 7 and 8 becomes zeros. And we get 44,400. If the digit 7 would be less than 5, we would have to round down and would get 44,300. What about rounding 156 to the nearest tens place instead of rounding to the nearest hundreds place like in our previous examples? Again, first locate the tens place, which is 5. And then look at the neighbor to the right of the digit 5, which is 6. 6 is greater than 4, so we round up and we get 160. Because the 5 gets a 6, and the 6 from 156 gets a 0. Let's do an example with a decimal number, 16.25, and round to the nearest tenths place, which is the digit 2. The neighbor to the right of the digit 2 is the digit 5. We know now that 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 as a neighbor rounds the number up. The 2 becomes a 3 and the 5 becomes a 0. What about rounding 2.5 to the ones place? The 5 makes a 3 out of the 2, and we get 3.0, which is 3. What about rounding 134,745 to the nearest hundreds place? The 4 doesn't change the 7, and we get 134,700. Let's round 10,475 to the nearest tens place. The 5 makes an 8 out of the 7, and we get 10,480. Round 3,275 to the nearest thousands place. The 2 doesn't change the 3, and we get 3,000 as our solution. By the way, feel free to check out my next video about an introduction to exponents. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. This video is what I did for you. If you want to do something for me, hit the bell button, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and happy learning, everyone.